Hey, Deontay. A few of us attended Tyson Fury's news conference again on Sunday morning in LA, and he was adamant that he wanted people to respect you in America and that he wants you to be a star, and he doesn't see any reason why you shouldn't be, and he had so much respect for you. Do you think this fight, with all the buzz now, is going to help you cross over?
I mean, I think so. I think it should. Like Luke said, everyone in the world is talking about this fight. Even homeless people are talking about this fight. And that's amazing. That's amazing, and that just lets you know the attention that it stirred up. And people were very, excited about this fight from the start when it was announced, and to come to the event, to just see the event in general, it was amazing. Just from the start to the finish was an amazing fight, and to have a rematch is gonna blow. It's gonna take it over top, because everybody wondering what's gonna happen in the second fight. Like I said, they got him winning, they got me winning, and some got it a draw. This is going to answer everyone's question. Everyone's going to tune into this. So it's going to be an even bigger event. So it should do just that. And when it does, I'm going to be excited because I want heavyweight division to win. I want American boxing to win. It should be on notice. And I felt like I've always was the one that had to carry that weight on my back, to bring the heavyweight division back to America, so people can have something to talk about, so they can have something to be excited about. I mean, we risk our lives in the ring, and may God be with Adonis Stevenson's family and his time during these difficult times. And this is what I'm talking about. We risk our life in the ring, man. We deserve to have all the praises and glory because this is a tough sport to be in. This is one of the toughest sports to be in. Ain't nobody running to try to be a fighter, because it's a tough sport to be in, and we risk our lives. We can get hit one time, and that can be it. That can be it. So it demands respect, and I just want that for American fighters all over, whether these fighters love me or hate me, because there's a lot of fighters that don't want to see me make it. There's a lot of fighters that don't like to see what I'm doing. I don't care about being the face of boxing. I want to share it with you guys. I want to share it with all the fighters. I don't want to be the single fighter, because we all risk our lives. There's a lot of fighters out here that just want to be them, and it's all about them, but they're going to have a reality check because a heavyweight division is back. It's back, and I can't wait to make it even more exciting.
And Mike, just to add to that, it's Stephen. Like, I think that narrative is over now, or it should be over now. The question about Deontay's stardom has been answered. And it's been answered in a dozen different ways. It was answered by the 17,000 people in attendance at Staples Center, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's the most they've had there for a fight since De La Hoya Mosley. That's been answered. We did a Snapchat series, daily series, starting the Saturday before the fight. All week long, on a 24-hour basis, those Snapchat episodes were being viewed 4 to 5 million times a day. We've never had anything do that kind of activity in terms of a Snapchat series. So I can go on, and this is really about Deontay, but we know where that narrative is coming from, and it's absolutely false. This is not the UK. Boxing shares the American landscape with a whole host of professional and college sports that UK doesn't have, that UK boxing does not need to compete with. So, whether or not everybody in Times Square recognizes Deontay is not the issue, because short of Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, that's not where boxing is in the United States, because it's a big country and a very diverse country with lots of different attractions on the sporting landscape. So really, in terms of the recognition, what all of that says is about what is the place of boxing as a sport within the U.S., not Deontay's place. But after Saturday, we know Deontay's place, and he's top of the heap. He's up there as one of the biggest draws in this sport right now, although, again, that's not his goal. His goal is to elevate boxing as a sport in its entirety, which I believe he has done.
Yeah, and Deontay, you said before that there's a lot of fighters that want to see you fail. how cool is it to see the guy you just shared the ring with being your biggest champion?
Say that one more time, Mike.
You were saying that there's a lot of fighters that want to see you fail, but is it cool to see a guy you just shared the ring with, and Tyson Fury, being one of your champions, praising you and asking people to support you?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. That was, one thing about me and Tyson Fury, we got a relationship together, man, and it's a strong relationship. When you can get two guys to get in the ring, risk our lives in the ring, and then after, hug each other, tell each other we love each other, man. That's right. There is the sportsmanship in the sport. That right there is the gentleman. You're showing that we're both gentlemen in and outside of the ring. We got a job to do. We have to get in there and survive and fight each other for our family. But at the end, when it's all said and done, me and Tyson Fury are fighters. We share the same passion. We share the same emotions in the ring, and that's to be the best. To be the best. And when you're trying to be the best, your emotions is gonna come out. You're gonna want to fight your heart out. You're gonna want to do whatever it takes to win. But in the end of it all, we can come together. We can whoop each other's ass and come together in the end. And that's the special part about this sport. That's the unique part about this sport, that he can be from another country. I can be from America. And we can, at the end of the day, we give a great fight and we can come together. So, I respect him for that, and I appreciate him for saying that and backing me up, because that's all I ever want. I don't want to be singled out. I don't want to be the single one in America, the single face. I never like to shine under the spotlights by myself, because it's so many other guys that want the same thing. They risk their lives, and I take it very seriously. That's why I always say we risk our lives, because we do just that. Over and time again, we see guys getting hurt. We see guys, like I said, look at my man Adonis. It's just sad, man. It's sad. And we don't have who knows what's going to happen to him? Who knows if he saved his money? This sport don't provide you retirement and have a governing body that provides for the family. I know the WBC has a lot going on with their things, but there's only so much that you can do for the family. This is not like the professional sports we have in football, basketball, baseball, all those different things. This is boxing. It's a whole totally different world. So I appreciate him for saying that, and I can't wait to get him the rematch. He deserves it.